respected body on this subject, but its reports are always private, unlike the human rights organizations. And it has access to prisons, and it has access to very special information, and this was very important.
Jim, one final question, and then my co-host here is going to give out our call-in numbers. My question is going to be, well, I think we're running out of time. We have 4 minutes here. You're a fascinating guy. Thank you for being on the show. My final question was, do you think that George Bush is going to want to go out in a blaze of glory in Iran? In other words, do you think he's going to commit the United States on a path with war, on a collision course for a train wreck with Iran before he leaves?
No, I don't think so. The reason is that they're already, up to their ears in problems on both sides, in Afghanistan and Iraq, and the dollar is sinking, and oil reserves are on the knife edge. In fact, I forget who it was. Some international official said just the other day that if there's any loss of oil production from a conflict with Iran, since Iran produces 4 million barrels a day, there simply is not any excess capacity in production in the world oil system right now. That would mean withdrawing 4 million barrels a day, the price would go through the roof, and there'd be all kinds of hell to pay. So I think crazy as George Bush and Cheney and the rest of them are, there's enough sense down there to realize that they're way out of their depth already.
Do you see Cheney and Bush going on to careers with on the boards of the 5 oil majors after they leave office? Where do you see them headed?
No, I think, after all, Cheney is himself well along in years now. He's been serving in public office since God knows when. And
since he was President Ford's chief of staff.
Yeah, it's really amazing how many times he's popped up in very important posts in Washington, and he's he's not too well. He's had several heart attacks, so I expect to see him fade out of the scene pretty much. And as for George Bush, no oil company or anybody is going to want to have this this loon on their board. He's any former president has a certain distinction, but I think George Bush. I don't know where he's going to go, but I expect that he'll do what a lot of these leaders have done, which is they set up a foundation and they use that as a vehicle to remain a big shot and kind of travel around and make pronouncements and so on and so forth, like Bill Clinton and Tony Blair and the rest of them.
Well, thanks, James.
We've run out of time.
Do you have a book or anything that you're pushing, James?
No, but I'd like people to look at. Yes, I do in a way, which is the report "War and Occupation in Iraq," which people can download from our website. That's still I think the most significant study of the war and occupation that's available anywhere.
And what's your website, James?
And that's www.globalpolicy.org. Globalpolicy.org. But our website has got a lot of great material on a lot of subjects having to do with international policy, oil, Iraq, UN.
Great. Thanks very much for your time, James.
Thank you for being our guest. Continue to report the truth. Our country needs the truth.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Our guest has been James Paul, the Executive Director of the Global Policy Forum.
And I'd like to say to all our viewers out there, this will be live video cast, not live, but recorded video cast on ukiahvalley.tv if you want to come in and watch the entire show after the fact.
Jay, that wraps it up. We're out of time, buddy.
All right. Thanks, John. See you guys in 2 weeks.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you.